June ends with your ruler changing signs. And if you know anything about astrology, you know that matters. Jupiter, the planet that rules Sagittarius, has been moving through Cancer since last year. It's been a quieter stretch for you, more internal, more about home, family roots, things that don't always come naturally to a sign that lives for expansion and open horizons. That chapter closes on June 29th. Jupiter moves into Leo, and everything shifts. Stay with me, because this month has a lot to say to you and it builds towards something real. The first week is a different kind of thinking. On June 1st, Mercury moves into Cancer. For Sagittarius, Cancer sits in a part of your chart connected to depth, transformation, and the things you don't say out loud. So when Mercury, the planet of communication and thought, settles in there, your inner dialogue gets louder. You might find yourself thinking about things you've been avoiding, old questions resurfacing, conversations you started but never finished. This isn't the universe punishing you. It's actually preparing you. The clarity you reach in these first days of June becomes the foundation for everything that comes later. Don't rush through this. Sagittarius tends to leap before looking, to answer before the question is fully formed. June is asking you to slow down just enough to hear what's underneath. June 12th, a crack in the expected. Here's a transit that only happens roughly once every 7 years. Uranus, the planet of sudden change and awakening, forms a tense angle with the North Node right in Gemini. That's the axis that connects directly to your sign. What does that mean in real terms? Expect the unexpected, not in a scary way, in a wait, I didn't see that coming way. Information arrives that changes your perspective. A conversation opens a door you didn't know was there. Something in your professional life or your wider social world shifts, and you're suddenly looking at things from a completely different angle. Sagittarius is built for exactly this kind of disruption. You adapt, you find the adventure in the unexpected. Where other signs might freeze, you typically move toward it. Trust that instinct in the week around June 12th. The disruption is pointing somewhere worth going. June 14th, a new moon that isn't yours but still matters. The new moon on June 14th falls in Gemini, your opposite sign. New moons are always about beginnings. But when the new moon is in your opposite sign, it's less about starting something new yourself and more about what's shifting in your relationships, your partnerships, your one-on-one connections. Someone in your life may be stepping into something fresh. A collaboration you've been circling might finally find its shape, or a relationship that's felt stuck could crack open in a surprising way. Not dramatically, just quietly, meaningfully. Pay attention to who reaches out around June 14th. And pay attention to what you reach for. There's something worth beginning in the space between you and another person this month. The new moon in Gemini is the signal. June 21st, the solstice and a natural pause. When the sun moves into Cancer on June 21st, we hit the summer solstice, the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere. For Sagittarius, this is a moment to pause. The solstice always marks a turning point. Something that was building reaches its peak. Something that needed to be said finally gets said. And for you, with the sun moving into that deeper, quieter zone of your chart, it's an invitation to check in with yourself honestly. You've been thinking a lot this month, more than usual, probably more than feels comfortable. The solstice is the moment to let that settle. Go somewhere you love, eat something good, have a conversation with someone who actually knows you. You don't have to have it all figured out yet. You just have to be present for it. June 28th. Energy you can use. Mars moves into Gemini on June 28th. For Sagittarius, this lights up the partnership and relationship axis of your chart in a very direct way. Mars brings energy, drive, and directness. And suddenly, the dynamics with the people closest to you become more active. This can be wonderful. Collaborations gain momentum. A project you've been working on with someone else suddenly has fuel behind it. Conversations that needed to happen start happening. But Mars also brings friction when energy isn't channeled well. If there's tension in a relationship that's been simmering, it may come to the surface around this time. That's not necessarily bad. Sometimes things need to surface before they can be resolved. The advice is simple. Bring your energy to the table, but leave your defensiveness at the door. You'll get further faster. June 29th. the day everything moves at once. This is the date to know. 3 major things happen on June 29th, and for Sagittarius, this day carries more weight than for almost any other sign. First, the full moon in Capricorn at 8 degrees and 15 minutes. Full moons are moments of culmination, of things coming to completion. Something financial or material that's been in motion comes to a head. You may see results you've been waiting for, or you may see clearly what still needs work. Either way, it's information. Use it. Second, and this is the big one, Jupiter moves into Leo. Jupiter is your ruling planet, and when your ruling planet changes signs, your whole energy shifts. Jupiter has been in Cancer since last year, a sign that's thoughtful, sensitive, domestic, wonderful in its own way, but not always the most natural terrain for Sagittarius energy. You've probably felt it, a certain restlessness, a sense that things were moving but not quite at the pace you wanted. Leo is different. Leo is fire. Leo is bold, expressive, willing to be seen. Jupiter in Leo, from June 29th through July 2027, opens up a period of genuine expansion for you. Not the quiet internal kind, the visible kind, the kind where things you've been building start to get noticed, where your confidence returns or strengthens or finds a new form, where opportunities in creative work, in leadership, in being fully yourself in public start to arrive. This is the chapter you've been moving toward. But Mercury goes retrograde on the same day, at 26 degrees Cancer, lasting until July 23rd. Don't sign anything major on June 29th. Don't make irreversible decisions in the rush of excitement. Don't send a message you haven't reread twice. Jupiter gives you the door. Mercury Retrograde says, take a breath before you walk through it. The opportunity isn't going anywhere. Jupiter will be in Leo for a full year. You have time to do this right. What June is asking of you 3 things worth keeping close all month. 1. Slow down enough to hear yourself. Mercury in Cancer at the start of the month gives you access to a deeper layer of thinking than usual. Sagittarius doesn't always like to sit with uncertainty. June is asking you to sit with it, just for a little while. 2. Stay open to the unexpected. The Uranus transit on June 12th is in your corner of the sky. The disruptions that arrive around that time are pointing you somewhere real. Let yourself be surprised. 3. Don't rush the ending into a new beginning. June 29th is one of the most significant days of your year, but it arrives alongside a retrograde for a reason. Feel the moment. Let it settle. Then move. June 2026 is the month your energy starts coming back. Really coming back. Not the borrowed kind, not the waiting for something to shift kind. The real thing. Jupiter is returning to fire, and Sagittarius was made for exactly this.